of shadows.
Hi my angels, it's Hailey Reese, and oh boy, do I have quite the story for you guys. For so long now, you guys have been telling me that you really miss my personal stories, and specifically, you guys really miss my haunted house series. And I will let you guys know right now that I do have a couple of haunted house series videos that I've been saving because, as you guys know, I no longer live there. So all of the stories that I have are stories that I've accumulated over the years of when I did live there, and I really don't want to tell them all at once because then it's over and that would just make me really sad. So I do have more haunted house stories videos coming for you guys, and I do have some unseen family members that are going to come on my channel and share their experiences with you guys as well. But other than that, I haven't had a ton of personal stories lately because I live in a brand new condo that doesn't have any paranormal activity in it. And lately I've kind of been focusing on different paranormal cases while I waited for a few items to come in to ghost hunt with. So I haven't been going out to haunted locations as frequently either. So in turn, I haven't told a ton of personal stories lately. But that's about to change today because last night / today, something absolutely insane happened. And let me just tell you guys, it's perhaps one of the strangest, eeriest, and creepiest coincidences in my family that actually has led a few of us to believe that perhaps turning 19 in our family is cursed. I know that sounds dramatic, I know that sounds insane, I know the title looks clickbaity, but just bear with me and wait until you hear the ending of this story, and then let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this, because I promise you, I'm not being over dramatic here. So in order to really understand the events that have transpired over the past 24 hours, I think it's really important to take you guys back to my 19th birthday. Now, if you've been here on my channel for a while, you guys will know this story very well, and I've actually done a video on this entire story as well, as far as what happened on my 19th birthday. So I'll leave a link to that down below if you guys want to check it out in greater detail. But in summary, on my 19th birthday, I went to Niagara Falls with my boyfriend's friend, and his girlfriend, who was my friend, if that makes any sense. And right when we got down there, I started experiencing the sharpest pain ever in my top left shoulder. This pain, you guys, was so sharp and it hurt so badly that I started rolling it out on the floor like they teach you in gymnastics to like stretch out and roll out your back, and nothing was helping to ease the pain. Now, where I'm from and the province that I live in, the legal drinking age and like gambling age is 19 years old. So I just turned 19, we were in Niagara Falls, and we were so excited to go to the casino and have some drinks and just have like a really, really good time. But this pain was just getting worse and worse no matter how many drinks I had, which sounds terrible, but you know, it's your birthday, everyone's getting you drinks and there's champagne popped and you're having a shot here, and no matter what, there was nothing that could take my mind away from how bad this pain was. I would later find out that my lung had actually collapsed, and over a span of quite some time, I would have 3 surgeries, 2 of which that were performed in the ER, and then the other one that was a major surgery where they had to go in laparoscopically and remove half of my lung and then staple it and then use this powder-like substance to glue my lung to my rib cage so that whenever I inhale with my healthier lung, it will cause that lung to expand as well. It was the beginning of one of the darkest times in my life. While I was in the hospital, I could hear the doctors and nurses talking to my mom saying that they weren't sure if I was gonna pull through. It was a really hard time, and I was very, very, very sick, and my lung was literally about to be the death of me. So I spent my 19th birthday with a collapsed lung and nearly almost dying over the series of the next couple of months. What's funny about this that I never mentioned in my previous video, and I've never really mentioned at all because I kind of just heard it and then it kind of went out the other ear. It was one of those things that was funny in the moment and interesting in the moment, but it wasn't substantial enough to continue to think about it throughout the years. And that was the fact that when I was in the hospital and my lung was going through all that it was going through, and I was in really kind of depressed and down spirits, my mom, in an attempt to lighten the mood, told me that like mother, like daughter, because she too had had an experience on her 19th birthday. Basically what had happened was the night before my mom's 19th birthday, she and her boyfriend had went to this pizza spot. Now this pizza spot actually had a lot of interesting toppings. It wasn't like your typical pizza spot with the typical toppings. There was a lot of like interesting toppings that you wouldn't think would go on a pizza, but this spot put them on. And one of these toppings was a topping that my mom decided to put on her pizza, which was shrimp. Now, I don't actually know if my mom always put shrimp on her pizza. I should probably ask her that. I can tell you she doesn't do it anymore, but I don't know if this was the first time she'd done it or if it was like something that she'd always done. But regardless, on the eve of her birthday, she put these shrimps all over her pizza. Well, turns out that those shrimps had actually gone bad, and on her birthday, she fell violently ill. She started throwing up like crazy, couldn't keep anything in her either way, if you're catching my drift, and she kind of started to become like lethargic. She was becoming dehydrated. She felt so cold, but her body was sweating, and they ended up having to bring her into the hospital to get on IV fluids and to do whatever they could do because she had suffered from really, really bad food poisoning. So that's how she spent her 19th birthday. At the time, we both thought that was super strange that on both of our 19th birthdays, we became like violently ill. But at the same time, I'm very much like my mom in so many ways. And so it was just kind of like a funny thing to me where I was like, wow, I'm more like you than I thought, except mine is like literally I'm about to lose an organ. But I thought about it in that moment, thought it was funny, thought it was a strange coincidence. And that was kind of the extent of ever thinking about that until last night. So for those of you who don't know, I have a younger sister named Julia. Now, Julia is 4.5 years younger than me and was born on June 19th, 2000. So she was 18 years old as of yesterday. Now, my sister recently started a landscaping job and she absolutely loves it. She like landscapes people's houses, like their backyards, and she does it for like big corporations and businesses and big fields and stuff, and she's really been enjoying it. But she's really good at it, and she's like, you know what? It's a way to be outside in the summer. It's a way to like build muscle and endurance and all that jazz, and so I was really happy for her with that job. So yesterday, she was working at her landscaping job. Now, in the afternoon, I get a call from her out of nowhere, and she's freaking out saying that she was just stung by something and like she's starting to get a rash all over her leg. Now, for those of you who don't know, I have 2 anaphylactic allergies. I'm definitely allergic to peanuts and I'm definitely allergic to bee stings. So at the time I was like, oh, maybe you're allergic to some sort of a sting too. Like you should go to the walk-in clinic, because she wasn't having any sort of trouble breathing. And with my bee allergy, I was told that like within 5 to 15 minutes, I would be in complete anaphylactic shock. So I told her, go to the walk-in clinic, like make sure that everything's okay, get it checked out, get some Benadryl, see what they think, and let me know. So my sister heads over to the walk-in clinic and they take a look at her leg, and by now the hives have spread all up her leg and kind of are coming up towards like her stomach area. And I guess the doctor took one look at everything and said, you need to go to the hospital, you're in the process of having a severe allergic reaction. They actually offered to take her by ambulance, but she was like, no, I'll drive myself, which in hindsight, looking back with what we know now, was not the world's greatest move. But at the time, she's like, I can breathe fine, I feel fine, like I'm just like breaking out in hives, I just need some sort of strong Benadryl. She gets to the hospital and my mom meets her there, and by now she has hives all over her whole entire body, like everywhere, you guys. And she's starting to feel like she's having trouble breathing. The way that they do it here is they have zones, zone 1, 2, and 3. Zone 3 is like a life-threatening zone. Zone 2 is like, okay, this could be pretty serious. And zone 1 is, we can handle it. So they rush her back to zone 1. So it's not looking like too bad yet. And they tell her that she's having a severe allergic reaction and that she's gonna need to have an EpiPen. Well, for those of you who have been on my channel for a while, you might know that I stabbed my sister with an EpiPen by accident a couple of years ago. So she's like, no, not again. She's like all traumatized. I guess I'll link that video down in the description too if you want to see that one. But they give her an EpiPen and they're monitoring her. And it looks like it's starting to go down and things are looking good, but all of a sudden it flares back up again and she starts feeling like she can't breathe again and she starts getting covered in hives again. So they realize, okay, whoa, we're gonna have to give you a second EpiPen, which actually isn't that uncommon for people who have severe allergic reactions. Like my allergy specialist told me that with my allergies, they're so severe that my EpiPen will just do the trick to get me to the hospital. It's not gonna do the trick to save my life entirely. So make sure you jab it and you call 911 when you get to a hospital. So that's not totally uncommon. She's laying there and once again, it starts to be kind of better and it flares back up again completely. And she ended up having to have 3 EpiPen injections because if not, she would literally die from anaphylactic shock. And guess what, you guys? my sister turned 19 in the ER. Now, I do want to say my sister's totally okay now. She just like a little bit ago got back out of the hospital and she started to have hives again, and they said if the symptoms get worse, she'll have to go back in. But basically, I just can't fathom the fact that on my mother's 19th birthday, she wound up in the hospital for food poisoning. On my 19th birthday, I wound up in the hospital for a collapsed lung. And on my sister's 19th birthday, she had a severe allergic reaction to something she didn't even know she was allergic to and wound up in the hospital on her 19th birthday. I know this could be like the world's strangest coincidences, but I don't think any of us have been in the hospital on our birthdays on any other year besides the year we were born. So it's just so strange to me that we all wound up in the hospital on our birthdays, on our 19th birthdays. And it leads me to wonder, is there some sort of family curse that we don't know about where on your 19th birthday you wind up in the hospital or you have a near-death experience? Because to me, you guys, this is just so insane. Like, I understand completely this could be a complete coincidence. I'm not saying for certain that I have a family curse, but I am just saying that it's really strange to me that all on our 19th birthdays, we all found ourselves in the hospital really, really sick, or in some cases, almost dying. I am gonna say I got the worst end of the stick because my hospital visit lasted almost 3 months and I had to lose half my left lung. But either way, like all three things were really serious. Like if my sister didn't get to the hospital, she could have died from her allergic reaction. And I mean, food poisoning is just awful. I've never personally had it, but I've known a lot of people who have, and I'm gonna knock on wood that doesn't happen. But I don't know, you guys. I just wanted to share a personal story with you guys that just occurred. I understand, like I said, it could be a coincidence, so don't come at me, but I just want to know what you guys think of this. And on the bright side, I do believe that bad things happen in threes, so hopefully none of my kids and none of my sister's future kids meet a similar fate on their 19th birthdays. But let me know in the comments below, what on earth you guys think of this? Do you think it's just a really, really strange coincidence? Or do you think I could perhaps have a family curse? Let me know in the comments below. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this personal story time and just listening to me ramble about something that happened in my life. It's been a while and I've missed it, so thank you so much. If you guys are new to my channel or you are just not yet subscribed but you do enjoy my videos, please click the subscribe button so you never miss a video. And also, while you're at it, please give this video a big thumbs up. Like I said, it's my sister Julia's birthday, so if you want to wish her a happy birthday down below, I'm sure she would super appreciate it now that she is alive and well and doing good. I think she's going to the casino tonight, so let's pray she wins big. But that is it for today's video. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness, and until next time, I love you guys.